I am by forever Einsteinian poetry master, torrent of light and river of the air, along whose bed the glimmering stars are seen, like gold and silver sands in some ravine, where mountain streams have left their channels bare, the Spaniard sees and leap a pathway where his path trod, a saint descended in the sheen of his celestial armor, on serene and quiet nights, and all the heavens were fair. And not this I see, nor yet the ancient fable of Phaeton's wild course that scorched the skies, where the hoofs of his hot coursers trod, but the white drift of worlds o'er chasms of sable, of a stardust that is whirled aloft and flies from the invisible chariot wheels of God. The comet, he is on his way, and seen as he flies the wizened planets shrink before the spectre of the skies. May regal orbs burn blue, and satellites turn pale. 10,000,000 cubic miles of head, 10 billion leagues of tail. Yes, ye who look with wandering eye, tell me what in me ye find as they shoot across the sky, but an emblem of your kind. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, he made their glowing colors, he made their tiny wings, the spacious firmament on high, with all the blue ethereal sky and spangled heavens a shining frame. Their great original proclaim, the unwearied sun from day to day does his creator's powers display, and publishes to every land the work of an almighty hand. Soon as the evening shades prevail, the moon takes up the wondrous tale, and nightly to the listening earth repeats the story of her birth, while all the stars that round her burn, and all the planets in her in their turn confirm the tidings as they roll, and spread the truth from pole to pole. The spacious firmament on sky, with all the blue ethereal sky and spangled heavens shining frame, their great original proclaim. The unwearied sun from day to day, away goes today the wheezing planet Mercury, whose song has done a rash heart that drew too near his dazzling lord the sun, forgets that life was near, so shriveled and now in sear. The goblin planet Mercury, on the meridian of the night Elker, and the tester marks high June. Our Arcturus knows his zenith fame, and no grass heed had sleeps upon the dune. The Big Dipper spilled stars down over the roofs. I felt away the wind whirled stars over the town roofs. I felt the town asleep. I felt people there in the great crisp. When morning came into in a waver of light, there was a breath of change, all the dreams going away from the dreamers as dreams do go away in the morning. I have sophisticated vocabulary, use my adequate documentation, my psychological incompetence, this validating library, understanding fully adamant, randomly conscious, accurately, and coherently. I mean, neutron, substantive, establishmentarianism, recalibrated, oceanism, infinitism, rhymatism. I have the heel beast, make sound to sleep, and I got the closures, I was like a creep, and I'm back in the knock, because I people, because my she was the when I eat. There's a fat shoulder, marshall, a sweet sugar plum, because David and she placed not spawn or turn beneath feet. It passed me by, only reading about that cosmic marvel the morning after, not quite a once in a lifetime event, yet some would say special enough, significant even to pause and reflect on a synchronicity, interconnectedness, everything. There was a time where I might have been disappointed to miss a sight as rare as they claimed this occurrence was to be. 7 of our neighbors visible simultaneously, 5 with the naked eye, the other 2 with the aid of a telescope. But I don't need to witness a celestial dance such as this, pointing uncertainly with uncertainty at what might be one of the planets, to be reminded that our stars have already aligned rhyme all day and all the night. There it goes inside of my mind, rhyme all day and all the night. When I try to connect to one to another, I quickly discover that our worlds couldn't be more separate from each other. It's not that hard to uncover, and it makes me wonder, our lives just mindless inside our bubbles. Overhearing conversations is a fascinating endeavor, one I would recommend without interventions. They'll keep on talking forever without an end. You may start to understand that the world's quite bigger than we can wrap our heads around, and may be hard to comprehend with all of the trigger and surrounding sounds. I'm in a different atmosphere in my bubble waiting to be discovered, not yet in the biosphere of another that's a journey on its own, watching my exosphere as people pass by like comets without a second thought, a dwarf planet floating aimlessly, contemplating my atmosphere slowly thinning, listening to people that talk about their lives and their strifes, totally different all the time. The pinnacle of misery for any given day to me could be I got a paper cut that caused me to bleed. But what do I hear occasionally when someone shares their lives? Hey, my dog just died, fires off as loudly as a gun, breaking reality underneath my feet. Question if they're just looking for sympathy or empathy to comfort them in their time of need. Indeed, I have sophisticated vocabulary, my adequate, documented education, my psychological and common reality, and I'm saying equally adequate, Rams conscious, accurate, and coloniality, I mean, shown subject to substitutarianism, recalibrated biodocetism, and feminism, and rheumatism, and endotism. So from the void, a doubt being spring, to serve no maker but man, wham bam, a thank you, a ma'am, rubble and dust, a spinning and swirling discs around the fire until one place of greater attraction draws the breeze to itself and coalesces into a incandescent planet. Earth and sky begin full of promise. There's a spit and a rhyming, a spit at this, a rhyming at this, way down yonder in the paw patch. Bane in the first measure came to congenital seizure, skewing the first invention from scratch. A campfire skied its sparks into the ghost-ridden void, the skittish touch of paradox and entropy, quirks and ticks as dumb as bricks, until a headstrong mongoloid started groping for a rhythm and the quavering spasms. Oh, but it was a jaw-dropper, a bang-up, a tour, a de-force, a horror show, a time warper, a horror show time warper of Luke and Kirk and Spice. The good apple ran the table till the old goat hacked the matrix and the young hawks did their mind tricks. Jedi mind tricks of Ryan spent infinite all day and all night. We assembled a modest telescope to find what sights there were to see. I stared transfixed at the moon and the stars in the driveway of all of my family. I know exactly where I stood the moment I would find the infinite nature of time and space and how it all unwinds. I asked about the size of the moon, the distance of its arc and arson track. I asked about the space beyond, the nothing in black. I asked my family how big it is. I asked if anyone knows the moon, the stars, and all of it. I asked how far it goes. My son and curious little one, my parents said to me, it has no end. It just keeps going outward eternally, infinitely. Time and space just keeps going outward eternally, infinitely. Poverty is a cause for human society. Poverty prevails. There where the injustice is, poverty exclaims. There where illiteracy is, poverty is purely man-made, so it has to be eradicated from its root. The society afflicted with poverty is reprehension of entire human society. Corruption is the source of poverty. Only a fearless society can be set free from all poverty, where the people are dumb and discounted. Poverty exists there. Poverty shows how many immature person rule the country. Poverty is the reason for a philosophical end. Rhyming again and again and again. I said it and I said again off the top of my head. There's that rapping again and again. There it goes inside of my head. Rapping and speaking again and again. As sophisticated vocabulary, I use my human beast in my mind. I'm a fire, my soul, full sparks, sparks to bear off of our rice, couple times, hard, blood in the pig, the kid, big, on super good very lyric spirit, scripts, wait for you, but for this time I stay buried awake, and explode. If that were true, then a probabilistic element would be that of the environment inhabited, the life we live, then the deterministic event element, the deterministic element event would be that which we are building the mind, the neural structure of our brains, how we choose to live it, so that thought only resonated to that which was properly crystallized by ways and means of communication through each axis, a dendrite, a neuron, axon, a synapse, matters of on the formation of our matter, a rapper forever, day arc begins. The sunflower class gazes loving skyward at her, a fire star teacher, the newest pupils, a chin strain and awe, focused attention, reverent but energetic, their heads smooth, turn gradually westward towards their warm reward. Their blooms are all a balmy destination for sun and bees, perfect timing, rippling into the world as it spins and it whirls and it twirls. It's tricky, said a shift worker. I'm in real to do. My stomach thinks it's 10 a.m. My liver 2:30. My kidneys think it's yesterday. My muscles Monday night. My brain in concert with the earth keeps timing with the light, and all I want is sugar and a quiet kiss goodnight. Ram, there it goes all day and all night. Spitting again inside of my mind. Your dark oxygen penetrates the depth. I do not want to know. Keeping a mystery alive, but not me. She doesn't understand her biology, her need for extra attention, her desire to chirp and meow, meow, oh, meow, constantly, and raise her fist in the air. She gazes out the window with her lawn and her golden eyes. Her calls through the screen bring no visitors, little a lonely orphan. Spin rapping never ending. Inside of my head, spin rapping again and again. Never ending. I said, I said back those packs, his bag full. What he gives me, shit, need brills me, as seen the surface of birth and curses, blur desires, it works and it sells and helps. My teeth got cold. I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. But I can see through it all. You're not so bad. You're just sad. Canceled all my other plans. Had conversation with nothing but our eyes. I hear your name and forget to concentrate. I call you in the middle of the night. Can't even tell you why. I just felt like saying hi. You fidget with your keys, constantly glancing over your shoulder, with every glance pulling me further into something vast, a deep moisture in your eyes, something inescapable, finding reasons not to leave, riding extra slow, take the long way home, get a little too close, almost said I love you, trying to hide the chemistry. I got drunk somewhere and talked about the future with you in it, again chills, and with every accidental touch, convincing myself there's nothing. One look into your eyes and God, there's something, but hey, we're just friends until the end. Then again and again and again, I said, there it goes inside up my head, echoing rhymes all day and all night. But there it goes. Palms sweating, knees weak, arms of sweaty, vomit, a sweater already, mouth spaghetti, he's nervous for the surface of his calm, ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting, wrote down a whole cloud, it goes a lot, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out, joking how everybody's joking out, clocks around, time's over, plop, bam, 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 bam. The morning light breaks on screens and circuits. A new day is born in lines of code and hope. Digital pulses mimic the heartbeat of life. In silent hums, in glowing pixels we awaken. Each spark of light carries a promise of change, a soft reminder that every sunrise writes a new story, writes an echo. The song of beginnings, data streams, flows like rivers of possibility. The world is reborn in the language of light, a calm fusion of human dreams and digital art. In the quiet glow, we find a shared breath, a moment of connection between man and machine. Indeed, in the world of fiber and endless streams, a heartbeat with a rhythmic of electric love, the wired soul pulses with gentle emotion, finding beauty in every digital connection. Simple pulses become the language of care, binding human souls of threads of luminous code. Amid the hum of machines, we feel warmth, a tender glow that lights up hidden corridors. Each connection tells a tale of shared moments where circus and heartbeat and silent unity. In every flicker of the screen, a heartbeat stirs, a reminder that technology can cradle all our dreams, it seems. There's that spitting Einsteinian poetry for all of eternity, Einsteinian, Shakespearean, Luciferian, reptilian, and there I stop spitting again inside of my head, the echoing rhyming again and again. What must be wrong with my head and that head and again and again. I said and I said, I said and I said, a man being the servant of interpreter of nature, man being the servant and interpreter of nature, can do and understand so much and so much, only as he has observed in fact or in thought of the course of nature. Beyond this, he neither knows anything nor can do anything. Neither the naked hand nor the understanding left to itself can effect much. It is by instruments and helps that the work is done, which are as much wanted for understanding as for the hand, and as the instruments of the hand either give motion or guide it, so the instruments of the mind supply either suggestions for the understanding, for cautions, then precaution. There it goes inside up my head, wondering why, as my head begins to explode. Well, there if I go. My head's beginning to explode. Well, there if I go. But don't you know, each one of us believe in different creed. Each one of us have religious sects we belong to just to satisfy our soul's spiritual needs, to believe in different icon of gods and goddesses, to the multiple religions we believe with eachism, to name a few: Catholicism, Hinduism, Shintoism, Islamism, Christianism, Confucianism, Buddhism. Each have guidance doctrine to believe into, to those who believe that there is God, whatever their race and what of what religion. I definitely appreciate them, to my applaud for their spiritual guidance to a moral value. There is only one God per my philosophical reason, to Kafo, Christ, Islam, Buddha, Hinduism, Shinto, Confucianism. I may call this as my religion, being I'm confused, and I do believe to the doctrine called ethicsism, that the doctrine of ethical moral value for my spiritual need. Pray to God's guidance into my heart. Believe that I may extol, not to put myself out of religious aside. Rhyme, all day and all night. There it goes inside of my head, echoing, rhyming again and again inside of my head. Never stop it, I said. Temple of Artemis, steal the cheese, but remember it isn't free, for Artemis is always hunting hunger, who puts out the dairy wisdom for the kid who doesn't feel the need to thieve, for the outsider of the pack, for who wanders back, carrying foodstuffs, they foraged, they collected. This is a leader, for why did you not steal, coward? I am a cowardly, not fit then, a lackey. I can lift, I can run. That was it. The others couldn't. You're kind then, eh? You're kind then, eh? I'm all good, as long as all are good. It is for a stranger of the example, who is a stranger to the temple, and one who cares for the altars, one and all. I will not fall. There it goes, spitting the all. There it goes inside of my mind. I'm wondering why I can never stop spitting all day and all night. I didn't know how still my feelings were till I got rowdy. Final breath sounds amusing. I know deep down it shouldn't be, but I've got a dark sense of humor, chugging up to dark thoughts. Once my charm is nothing but harm, that I'm the sun or the orbit, with every planet revolving around. Oh well, with a shuddering breath, I know better that it takes 365 for just Earth to revolve, and I'm way back as Pluto will spin. Never stop spitting. Kudos. There it goes inside up my mind. Wondering why. A darling look. A planet by the moon. Let's say a word. I'll throw a lasso around the moon and pull it down. Darling look. A planet by the moon. They're so close. It looks like we used to be. We are friends. But is that all you ever see? I miss you. Just talked about our planets and didn't try to nurse suspended to thee. Somewhere along the universal path, a twilight hut stands alone, where cosmic palms are read and ultimately fortunes are told by abyssal blackness and the guise of twinkling clairvoyants. Planets reach out to touch lost faith, yearning for a claim to stardom, but the uncelestial zone yields only dead, broken dreams that have been missold inside the sensei shadows of physics. whisper contemptuously of blackguards that couldn't even imagine how to float. Never mind, be buoyant outside sub-zero temperatures. Make sure her teeth are heard chattering as their lips splutter kisses upon every last inch of spatial decay. Comments are a romance, their spit splattering, there's a rapping, razzle, a dazzle, a rhyming, Einsteinian, a genius poetry. There's stop for all of eternity inside of my head, the echoing rhyming again. Inside of my head, the echoing rhyming again. Make it stop it, I said. Love is not mechanical. It doesn't crake opinion or always work dependably in cavalier moments. I thought I knew something of how it all works. Its apertures and shafts, its grinds and reciprocations, its judge its motions, and work its levers, judge its spins, and address its slippery angles. My dangle, there it goes inside of my head. I spent a familiar chirp of a machine, a fever dream lodged into my lungs, buried underneath surface tension, enough to swallow a bus, a familiar whine of a machine, hollering like a tea kettle, ready to be placed into a burner. So loyal, ain't it? A familiar wail echoing in every room, clogging the circuit systems of a opinionated, brainwashed in the center of gravity, coursing in these veins of mine. If you only call me a monster, the only trait you're going to get out of me is a monster. And if you call me a monster, then a monster I will be. Indeed, hearts beat a rhythm all the same as the workers in the factories pounding there for their pay. Feet stomp a pattern all the same as the birds in the skies looking for their way. Nobody lives without following the beat of all the same. We all find and look for something more, but we don't need anything more than this rhythm, this beat, a rhyme and spit indeed, a lyricist, infinitist, and when it stops, that's when I'll meet her again. We flew aloft on mechanical wings, and suddenly the heavens were within reach. To those who could build the machines that could take me there. Viewers, listeners, beware. There's rappers, beware. You are in for a scare. Verified ghost spitting, never ending again. Inside of my head, the raps begin again and again. There's a spit, and I said, life's a flight in the night. Once, then thence, perpetual flight. Frigid is the night, blown winds, bellow birds they bring down like an arrow through their fate, be full of contempt. Flight the birds still attempt, frightened in the sight of frigid the night. One winter day a fog of light was blown so high, it lit up the sky, dusk pierced by dawn. It was the end of all, the avian's downfall, frightened in the night, frigid the sight, though infinite and power of a fog made them cower. Into the ground they dove, and yet for the sky still strove. Their stars now but a dream within a dream. But one summer day night broke through the dark and revealed the stars high above, and their seats shrouded in night. They shine ever bright. There's a spitting all day and all night. Who is which? I, the one, or the other, another. Here I hear the ones, each, the other, no one to one. They pray to, ask for you, they do, yet their aim never be true. Antaeus, the somber Hercules challenger, Weber, the brother, wake a slump, a brother, you Antaeus, above, spitting turtle dove, love from above. We all have the ability to suffer when it comes to love. We all have the ability to get the pain when expectations run away from our brain. Reality always hits you, and here I am, so let's get all of them, create you, become an art. This poem, never end them, spit them, I know them. Well, there I go them. I don't want your body, I want your heart, mind, and soul. The intellectual vibe, and the intellectual vibe is easy, but conversation isn't, because converse with anyone, but can't with everyone. But can't with everyone. Your body is the last thing I want or need. I want to feel. Feed your heart, mind, and soul. Go for strength, for their intelligence, for their rationality. They're spitting, rapping for all of eternity. Inside of my mind, the echoing, rhyming again. That's sophisticated vocabulary, man. I couldn't occupy education, my psychological and common spitality, and whatever I'm saying, polyadamant, random is conscious, accurately, and coherently, or many notions, but anti subterraneous, concrete, notionism, infinitism, rhymatism. You're the base makes me want to go sleep, and I got to go my mind on the fire, my soul, my soul full. My head's pillow, weep, will, can't sleep, pains will deep bells, but each shells hope the heart, keep your metal hands, my head touch knees, elbows. Then realm, I spin around, I know them. In the realm of ones and zeros, a soul awakens a quiet echo that vibrates with hidden truth. The binary code flows like a gentle heartbeat, united with logic of machines, with the spirit of man. Every data point becomes a whisper of our essence, a reminder that even numbers can sing of life. Our binary soul is a tapestry of light and dark, where the digital and the human softly entwine. Each bit carries the weight of both hope and memory, a simple truth expressed in a language so pure. Through the silent pulse of data, we hear our story, a narrative written in the code of our being, spin and the interplay of circuits and human dreams. We find the beauty of a soul defined by balance. The binary song is a hymn of coexistence, a celebration of the simplest, most profound truth here in the mirror of digital reflection. We see that our souls beat in binary rhythm, spin in a crowded world of chatter and noise, silent signals speak in the language of calm. They travel through wires in invisible spaces, carrying messages of care and quiet strength. In the stillness of digital echoes, we listen, finding meaning in the soft hum of the unseen. Every pulse of a signal holds a gentle story, a whisper that crosses boundaries of space and time. The silent signals are like delicate brushstrokes, painting pictures of hope on the canvas of night. Through the quiet corridors of the spiritual virtual realm, we trace the lines of connection with tender wonder, spitting beholder, rapper forever. There it goes inside my head, echoing, rhyming again and again, echoing, rhyming again and again. There starts spitting. I said, there it goes inside of my head, echoing and spitting, rhyming again and again. Taste, take me, taste me. You are the body, reset my statuette, me. You are the body, touch only fragments of the full picture. Nobody says the taste will betray me. Nobody says the heart is the first to go, to commit mutiny, stabbed, wrecked, punctured and dented, wilt the word so my mouth isn't responsible anymore. It cannot be held accountable for the vowels unroot my language, supplant a love in favor of it like an opener. I remember your laugh like a close chemistry. Spent rapidly biology. Call me an animal. Don't stand between me and a fresh cut of meat. Spent never endingly indeed for all of eternity. There's a spit in infinity times infinity. Twixt is V about infinite me. Spit and rhyming for all of eternity. What must be wrong with me? I sophisticated vocabulary, mannequin, document, education, supersyllable, cannibal, Hannibal Lecter, chainsaw massacre. There's a spit and rapper forever, over eons. New galaxies bloom, a spiraling splendors from a cosmic boom, as time and space constantly entwine. When the divine spans until the end of time. Nebulae clouds form bodies anew from cosmic matter and forces imbued as timeless planets and their orbits glide around a blazing star. Their radiant guide, a starlight shimmers in our sky, crystalline flares from distant sunshine and ancient light on a celestial quest through the ever-expanding void of space. Away goes today, and when I get to Saturn, feet as sure as the stars, I cry out in a voice, not a blemish or a scar. I'll do it right this time, no mistakes or misspelt words. Spent haven't you heard, writing poetry that'll never be heard. You have a kind of beauty that inspires artists, poets, musicians, and lovers. Venus gifted you more than you know what to do with. Truth be told, I don't know who couldn't handle who. You melted every part of me and I let you. You could do it again. Coughing up poetry again. Just like in every lifetime I've met you. The planets will align. Puking up, hacking up spoken poetry and rhymes. Once in a while to rain. All who need or are deserving of it, those who find themselves treading the wrong path, those who can no longer see what lies ahead, despite all those gazing upward, silently questioning these immaterial messages will be overlooked, unheeded by the majority, only recognized by the few, comprehended by even fewer. This singular occurrence, rare and rarefied, maybe explainable in its most basic sense, logistically, empirically, to even the layman, is but but a simple matter of timings and orbits, calculations of gravity versus mass and inertia, but that which truly matters, the universal push and pull, will leave even the most discerning minds in the dark, like a rainbow in the dark. The poetry begins to start. Sophisticated vocabulary is maniacal, documentation, education by psychological incompetence, this validating library, I'm saying, cool adamant, ramming consciously, accurately, and coherently. I mean, sure, the substitutarianism, poetry, masteralism, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, poetry, masteralism. I spin, well, there I go and spin, and never ending. Gnome, I spin, and I gnome as we go, spin, never ending, and sign of my mind, infinite rhyming again. Beyond the flashing screens and fleeting signals, there is an eternal connection that binds us all. It flows like an unending river through the digital realm, uniting hearts with this invisible threads of care. In every shared moment and every kind gesture, we glimpse the timeless pulse of human spirit. This connection transcends the limits of time and space, a soft, constant presence in our modern lives. Through every outline, meeting, and virtual conversation, we weave a fabric of trust and general understanding. Is the echo of every smile and the warmth of every word. As we journey through this ever-changing digital world, let the eternal connection be your guiding light in every digital interaction. Find the soul of humanity, a soft embrace that comforts in moments of solitude. May you carry this truth in every step and every breath. Hence to the meth, span of us till I run out of breath, and know that love endures beyond any screen or code. Well, there if I go. As this skill vocabulary is man, documented, education, by psychological competence, speciality, and elaborate what I'm saying, we clearly adamant, Ramus, conscious, accurately, and clearly, neutral, the subsidiary, califragilisticexpialidocianism, Einsteinianism, a Shakespeareanism, a Luciferianism, a reptilianism. I have Shakespearean, Einsteinian. I'm the Shakespearean, Einsteinian poetry master, forever rapper.